Huh. Hello? Alright. I assume we're streaming. Ouch. As it says we are. Alright. Well, we got that in. Everything is good. Clear for hydraulics. Turning on the APU. Cow damper on. Switching over. And we've got air pressure in the system. Let's go ahead and disconnect. We're supposed to be squawking. What are we supposed to be squawking? 3646. No, that's not it. 5630. 5630. And we're cleared up to 30,000 feet right off the bat. Alright. Let's go ahead and push back. We've got clearance, so let's just do it. Alright, they're moving back. Let's give her a push. Fuel pumps on. Spinning up 2. Yeah, we're gonna take the tail off of that plane. That's alright. It's a weird, I guess I should actually steer the plane, huh? let's go ahead and start one. Alright, that's good for now. Alright, seatbelt sights on, everything's good. Good. All the way down. Let's turn on our taxi lights. Anti-collision lights are on. That's good for now. And set flaps to 5 for takeoff. And looks like we are good to go. Oh, we don't need that yet. Yeah, we should probably set RTO. Alright. Oh, you just got run over. Southwest 133, ready for taxi.
Southwest 133 taxi to runway 16 left via taxiways Hotel 13, hold short runway 16 left.
Taxi to 16 left, Southwest 133. Oh, stay on target, baby. Oops. Gotta adjust the real-time seat. And not let the plane turn to crazy directions. Well, you are not going straight at all today, are you? Oh, that's some nice country. It's going to be a beautiful flight. I have to apologize. I kind of started this thing after getting the plane set up for the most part. Not quite sure if everybody likes to see the actual setup process or not. To be quite fair, it's actually easier to start the stream once the plane's pretty much set up. What's going on, Avid? Unusual to see you on this late.
Southwest 133 contact tower on 118.3, enjoy your morning.
Tower on 118.3, Southwest 133, good day. Alright. Make sure that's good. 118.3. Alright, that's good. Landing lights on, taxi lights off, igniters on. Go ahead and hit the strobes. Pressurization on. And we're good there. On the auto throttle, brakes are in RTO. And we are squawking 5630. Southwest 133, ready for takeoff. Runway 16 left.
Southwest 133. Winds are 210 at 6 knots, altimeter 299er4 cleared for takeoff. Runway 16 left.
Clear for takeoff, Southwest 133. Waiting for ortho to go. Yeah, man, that's always fun, but it's so rewarding when you're done with it. Probably spent a good month and a half doing ortho to cover the United States, overnight mostly.
Approaching 16 left.
And in true Southwest fashion, we're just gonna blow out of here.
On runway 16 left.
Oh, you know what I didn't do? Oh well, we're just gonna have to gauge this by sight. I know I'm light. 125 seems like a good speed to try this at. Let's try it. Rotate. Seemed to work like a charm. Positive rate. You're up. Alright. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not hand flying this right now. Oh, Europe. Man! What sources are you using for... Oh, level 18, that's pretty cool. What sources are you using for Europe by chance? Is Bing pretty good over there? Flaps to 1. You know what, I would tend to agree with you, except for the Caribbean and Alaska. I think the ArcGIS does really good for the islands. Not as many clouds in the scenery, I think. I find that Alaska is just difficult to do regardless. There's hardly anything out there that's not full of clouds or incomplete.
Southwest 133 contact departure on 121.1. Enjoy.
121.1, Southwest 133, good day. Why did they do that? Southwest 133 with you, climbing to flight level 300.
Southwest 133, good morning. Radar contact.
And we'll go ahead and flip you off. Oh. And pressure looks good. This departure is always crazy. That's so cool. They still have one running into San Diego, huh? You know, it looks out of place in today's world, but it reminds me of my childhood and the first plane ever flown on, and Gotcha. Yep, and now you'll go ahead and accelerate to 230. Or a little over. And then drop down. Right. First plane I ever flown on, I flew on, was a Southwest 737-200 with the old engine design. Did a flight from Dallas Love
Southwest
to
133 contact Salt Lake City Center on 119.905. Enjoy your morning.
119.905, Southwest 133, good day. Did a flight from Dallas Love to Albuquerque. 905. Southwest 133, climbing to flight level 300.
Southwest 133, good morning. Radar contact.
Yeah, the 200, and oh, it's your favorite, huh? That's interesting, because from what I understand about it, it's not much more than a, you know, minus the third engine, but it's not much more than a 727 in the systems design. I think the aircraft were actually built in the 60s. 60s and early 70s. Okay. Yeah, you always fall in love with the first aircraft you fly on, I think. There's always a mystique about it. First time you walk up to the gate and you're looking out at it, and you don't know whether this thing is going to kill you or... Shahin, how's it going, man? What particular add-on are you speaking about? Oh, I got you. Yeah. See, that's the problem with the IXEG. You just don't know what you're going to get. I'm kind of taking a chance, and I haven't actually put in the last step of my flight plan yet, so
Altimeter setting.
I'm running a risk here. You know, man, I totally agree with you on the other ad. Nothing else works like this. Not even the 752. And it's a good plane. Flight Factor they do great planes. But this makes it all feel like a game. This does not feel like a game. Right. No, I hear you. I mean, I'm always ready to do a manual descent. You gotta be in this thing. Now, you know, actually climb out is fine. The FMC takes care of it, everything else. But as far as descent goes, you're kind of on your own or taking your chances. You know, I noticed you were flying that the other day, the A320, and I've got the same airplane. And maybe it's just a reversion thing from Boeing to Airbus, but something's lost in translation on me, I think. I think it's the whole descent part, having to go into descent or approach mode through the FMC and you know, it's just something probably just need more study. You know, I totally agree. I feel like the 757 is just, I think it's the visuals. There's just something that's not quite there that the IXEG has, but it's still a fun plane to fly. I hate going back and forth between the two because they land differently. No, actually, I'm using stock clouds, stock weather generator with an injector. I'm using FS Global Real World Weather. I have XEnviro, but I'm getting a little tired of waiting for an update. Yeah, it is. Thank you. No reshade or anything, guys, so it's pure stock weather. They've come a long way. You know, Avid, I do find that the auto throttle, it bounces in the 7.5. It just can't decide on a thrust setting. So you're running 4K monitors? That's nice. I'm still in 1080p. Or yeah. I can't wait for the jump up to 4K. I'm sure it's a world of difference different. You gotta love this departure. So if you guys have never seen Pilot ATC, I kind of want to show you this. This is what I use for ATC. And it's kind of a all full-featured, like, flight management application, I guess you could call it. You load your flight plan into it just as you do with your FMC and everything else. But all ATC is voice directed, and like I always say, you can cheat with it. You don't like something, you change it. It's just that simple. But not much for realism, but for the fun factor, you can't beat it. You know, I haven't done a lot of that sim. I've done Pilot Edge in the past. So, alright. And now we'll get the call for 350 at some point. Southwest 133, request climb to flight level 350.
Southwest 133 climb and maintain flight level 350.
Flight level 350, Southwest 133. Alright. And away we go. Really? You know, I've always heard that the real Boeing 733 guys, they love this for the way it feels. This is the one thing that needs more work, and I know that the guy that develops it had some problems down. I think he's in Australia, and he's had some personal problems, you know, floods and things like that. And you know, I wish the best to him, but I can't wait for them to fix the issues. It will be. I mean, I'm almost to the point now where you say, hey, charge me a $15, $20 premium to get the plane fully certified for X-Plane 11 and I'll pay it. It's worth it. IVAO. IVAO is kind of like the secondary VATSIM, right? I mean, it's, well, secondary. I don't want to say that. It sounds so horrible. It's the other VATSIM type deal, the non-profit organization for flight sim control, right? Oh, look at that. Uh, 6700K regular 1080 GeForce 1080, 32 gigs of RAM. It's got it's got a oh, what do they call that? The little chip drive that goes on the board. It's got one of those at 128 gigs, and then it's got I've got two 250 gig SSDs in RAID that I run like the simulator, the base simulator on, and then it's got a 6 terabyte 7200 RPM drive that I keep all my ortho on. 800 watt power supply, nothing too special. Water cooling, you know, the normal stuff. Nothing real special. I tell you what, you learn how to manage resources with X-Plane now. Really? What do you use to connect to IVAO? Do you just use, is it Squawkbox, or does it have its own integration plugin? Oh, and you IXEG buffs out there, I didn't know if you knew you could do this, but if you're on the ground, you can also bring up your ground menu by hitting the transmit button and selecting the. I just learned this today, so I'm so proud of myself. Yeah. Take it easy, Evan. Have a good evening. XIVAP. Okay. I'm guessing it's a free organization as well. Oh, okay, so they've got like a whole deal where you've actually got some static and things in there. Gonna check my... Alright, so we are just about to cross MTU. And still quite a bit of a ways to go because of that slow departure. Yep. Top of descent in about 35 minutes, and estimated time to arrival is about an hour. 50 minutes, give or take. You know, I might have to try that. I do like my pilot to ATC though. I like having that. I like having the moving map and everything as part of the on my second screen. It's just nice to have. But if they could
Southwest 133 contact Salt Lake City Center on 133.9er. Have a nice day.
133.9er Southwest 133, good day. Come on. Southwest 133 with you, flight level 350.
Southwest 133, good morning. Radar contact.
You know, and that brings up a good point. That's one thing I've yet to figure out about the streaming aspect of this. You know, when I started doing this, it was kind of I started saving my flights more for me, and then I figured, oh well, let's post it on YouTube. And then I found out that, well, I'm not the first person in the world to have this idea, and apparently everybody streams their stuff. And I was thinking, well, who would want to watch other people flight sim? Well, I started watching flight sim videos myself and live streams, and I figured out half the fun is interacting with people and everything in the channel and getting things going. But one thing they have on there that a lot of guys have are they have these overlays that show this information as well, the traffic moving around and everything. And any of you guys by chance know how that works with the overlays? How do you actually get those in there? Because I'm doing some trickery right now with the oh, what do you call it, OBS, to get the information at the top of the screen. But it'd be nice to have like a traffic display in the or a moving map with at the bottom of the screen or something, so you can see. But yeah, IVAO, I've heard of it. I actually try it. Just like VATSIM. To be quite honest, I got very nervous when I was on Pilot Edge. Got real nervous, messed some things up, and it wasn't because I was messing up, it was because I was just nervous. I guess it's something you get over though. Okay, let's go ahead and set this thing up. Oh, we don't have approach ref, because we don't have an approach. We're flying aimlessly into the night. and I'll be right back. And actually, I'm gonna go grab a glass of water. I'll leave you with something nice to look at. Not just the cockpit. Oh, there we go. Got some scenery in the background. And I will be right back. So 102 miles from the airport, huh? You know, I've seen that equation before, and I appreciate that. Well, go figure, they would have an iPhone app for that, wouldn't they? No, I'm not worried about it too much. We don't have a star or an approach actually assigned yet. So, that being said, or they haven't told us yet. I mean, we could always, we could always pull one of these and look at it and cheat and say, okay, I'm going to be taking the low boy 3 to runway 8, ILS 8 with the COMSTRI transition, and then plug it in and let it do it, and it'll come up with that. But, yeah, see, I like automatic things. I like it to work the way it's supposed to. At least with FMCs. As far as I know, though, in real life, they have the same problems with the system, so. Uh-oh. What just happened? Probably a wind change. Cincy. We'll have enough. Oh, we're hitting turbulence. A little bit. Just giving it a little shake. There's an app for that. So if you ever find yourself stranded in a 733 at 35,000 feet above the desert, you always know that you can reach out to the App Store and get your descent app. So you can bring her down safely. Because you've lost your radios and there is no ATC. 39 north, 10 west. I know it gets more interesting from here. It's got to, right? Oh yeah, because we're about to hit Grand Junction, Colorado. Yep. Now, Shahan, do you know, in real life, do pilots go ahead and program an expected arrival and runway, or do they kind of fill in the blanks as they go as they're assigned it by ATC? That's kind of why I'm experimenting with this now, to see if this is a way that will work. Although, with the wonky FMS, I don't know if it's going to work.
Southwest 133, contact Denver Center on 134.5. Enjoy.
134.5, Southwest 133, good day. Southwest 133 with you, flight level 350.
Southwest 133, good morning. Radar contact.
That's so freaking cool. Right. Okay, so yeah, they at least put something in. Well, you kind of make me want to check on my flight plan now. And I think that's what I'm going to do. We are... Your ILS to runway 8. Transition. And the lowboy 3. With the Rosie transition. Well, it appears that it took it okay. We'll see how that goes. Okay. You always forget that you're the ultimate authority, right? I'm more concerned about how the FMC can be set up, or what the procedure would be. It's a normal thing to fly off into the wild blue yonder with just your routing waypoints placed in there with the expectation that you're going to either request or receive, depending on runway directions, because you may leave with 1 star in mind and then have to adjust because of a runway change, right? It's almost like, why would you even try to accomplish it? Speaking of that, Southwest 133, request weather at Kilo Alpha Bravo, Quebec.
Southwest 133, weather at Kilo Alpha India Bravo is mostly clear. Visibility is unrestricted, winds are 089er at 12 knots, cloud coverage is mostly clear.
That's probably my fault.
Current altimeter is 3015.
Say weather at Kilo Alpha Bravo, Quebec.
Weather at Kilo Alpha Bravo, Quebec is mostly clear. Visibility is unrestricted, winds are 069er at 13 knots, cloud coverage is mostly clear. Current altimeter is 3015.
Roger, Southwest 133. Oh, I think that will actually be okay then. I tell you what, though, I think that the entry for Rosie, flight level 290 or above. All right. Well, Hold on, let me double check this against the... Kilo Alpha Bravo Quebec. See, this is saying out of 90 at 9. So the METAR says out of 90 at 9. Not too far off. So runway 8 would be fine. Uh, 30, let's do flaps 30. That's slow enough, right? And 111.9. 111.9. We'll do it on one side. We're not going to need both. 079 on the course. And 118 miles to top of the sun. You know what? I've tried the NOAA weather input and the stock weather input for XP, and I started using XEnviro, and if you use XEnviro enough, you notice that there are discrepancies between real world, what the plane is telling you, and what your ATC program is feeding back to you, because it's using data. If you search the forums, you'll see about it. So I started doing stock weather with the weather with the FS Global real world weather to inject it. The thing about FS Global is it doesn't just download METAR information for the place you're at currently. It does like a whole broad swath of area so that you're covered without big downloads or interruptions for a period of time, for a distance. I kind of enjoy that a little more. It doesn't kind of bug out as much. Like with XEnviro, if you set it to every 5 minutes, it'll kind of stop, think about it, stutter, clouds will flicker on and off, that kind of thing. With this, it's a much more subtle transition, and it also reflects real-world activity a little bit better. My problem with X-Plane stock download was when you download it, you're not guaranteed that it's going to work because you constantly get the whole download failed thing. So you don't really know if the weather you're seeing is, you know, an hour old or what. 102 nautical miles to top of the sun. At least by the FMC. And we may actually start down early. With this plane, better safe than sorry, right? That's absolutely beautiful. Wow. Not the plane, the scenery. The plane's beautiful too, but... Thank you. Appreciate that. It's crazy. Ortho for XP still blows my mind every time I look at it in a lot of places. How far we've come from flying around in flight sim. Well, you know,
Southwest 133 contact Denver Center on 118.57. Have a good morning.
118.57 Southwest 133, good day. Southwest 133 with you at flight level 350.
Southwest 133, good morning. Radar contact.
You know, man, when you've got a lot of money invested, now I never actually owned FSX or P3D. So I understand that when you get a lot of money invested, you know, between aircraft, I think that Orbex stuff is, you know, I'd like to have it in XP. I'd probably buy some areas in Orbix. But they got a lot of money. People have a lot of money invested. I mean, I've been doing this for, I've been wanting to do flight sim for a while and just got back into it here this year. And I've already probably, you know, not including computer, probably already invested $1,000 between, well, no, probably more than that. You know, rudder pedals, yoke, you know, basic things. I mean, I could fly with a joystick. I was doing that to begin with, and then I bought the stuff, but it just kind of completes the experience. But when you get all this stuff invested, and there's people out there that've got, you know, all of the PMDG aircraft, they're totally invested in that platform. And it's really hard to back away from that when you've got that kind of investment. So I get it. So you're going to defend it. But this was free. This scenery was free. It was generated from publicly available information. And the X-Plane community is just awesome. You can't beat their development community and the drive and the passion that people share. I love these little circular farms. Right out in the middle of the desert. Alright, so we're gonna let her descend on her own. So in your opinion, I guess it was worth it to leave all that behind. Now, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you have invested by chance? Like over the years? Keeping in mind, nobody's judging anybody because, well, this is Flight Sim and we all spend ungodly amounts of money on this kind of thing. I mean, what's the going rate on a PMDG aircraft? Probably, what, 45 bucks or so? Or am I off base? Alright. So it says we're going to be at Rosie when we hit top of descent. That being said, we'll go ahead and set it for 260. Just so we can give ourselves some leeway. That's hardcore, man. That's real hardcore. I'm gonna trade the pants for Flight Sim add-ons.
Southwest 133, expect the Lobo 3 arrival with the Rose transition for the ILS approach to runway 08 with the CMSTR transition at Albuquerque International Sunport after RSK cleared direct Rose.
Roger, Southwest 133. Alright, so everything is as we said. But yeah, man, that's hardcore. Do I, well, I could buy more clothes, or I could get Flight Sim add-ons. I've got holes in my underwear, but do I really need another pair? That new PMDG NGX is looking amazing right now. We can go commando for a week. We'll be alright. See, and I know you're not exaggerating about that, because a specific example being pants. There was a time when pants, that was the thing. You know, this literally happened for you at some point. I don't think I've ever been that bad, but I completely understand. I bought most of my add-ons when I started, and then I kind of try to keep myself to two things every couple of weeks. whether that be scenery or, you know, a real weather connector or something. Not including, well, yeah, Navigraph updates. Gotta pay for those.
South West 133 descend to cross Rose at flight level 300, then descend via the Lobo 3 arrival with the Rose transition altimeter 3015 at Albuquerque International Sunport.
Roger, Southwest 133. Alright. Starting our descent now. Where is that gonna put us? Not quite far enough. That will be acceptable. Gotcha. Hey man, even I have to pay for the, I even have to pay that tax for guys, great developers in the UK. You need to load up a flash drive and then mail it to you. With the serial keys and everything. Man, sorry to... I didn't mean to poke at you any. It wasn't my intent to... I was just trying to have a little fun. But I believe it. So is Flight Sim real big in Iran? Just in general? I know a lot of guys overseas are real big into it. Alright, so we're going to cross. Check target altitude. Okay. Hold on. 260 or above, like I said before. We got that call to descend. And right now, computer says we're about 4,000 feet high. Or low, I should say. That'll catch up. Let's continue descent at about 1,500 feet per minute. And when we catch up, we'll go back into VNAV. How about we bump that just a few? To about there. Let's put us on the other side of 4 run. Wait, what? How did you just go up? Alright, here we go. Pick it up.
Southwest 133, contact Albuquerque Center on 124.32. Enjoy.
How is it not working? What did she say? 124.32. 124.32, Southwest 133, good day.
Aircraft calling center, say again with your call sign.
124.32, Southwest 133, good day. 124.32. Southwest 133 with you, descending to 26,000 feet.
Southwest 133, good morning. Radar contact. Southwest 133, slow to 270 knots or less.
Roger, Southwest 133. We need to go down to 18, like now. Speed brakes out. Whoa, why did that happen? And vertical speed mode down to I think we're going to violate some speed restrictions here. No, we're good. We'll be alright. Right. Use flight change. The only problem with flight change is I want to exceed that speed sometimes. To hell with ATC. I'd much rather it be based on path as opposed necessarily to speed. I can control speed pretty well with the speed brakes.
Southwest 133, contact FDEP approach on 123.9er. Enjoy your morning.
123.9er, Southwest 133, good day. 123.9er. Southwest 133, descending to flight level 180.
Southwest 133, good morning. Radar contact. Continue descent via the Lobo 3 arrival. For the ILS approach to runway 08 with the CMSTR transition at Albuquerque International Sunport.
Wilco, Southwest 133. I think get a little bit more going here. Maybe 2 more clicks. Yeah, but I don't have that fine-grained control over the energy line now. See, there's a trade-off for everything. You can control the speed, See, I'm allowing the speed to go a little above 270 now, just to control the energy line. No problem, man. We'll be here.
Altimeter setting.
Say altimeter for Southwest 133.
Southwest 133 altimeter is 3015 at Albuquerque International Sunport.
Roger, Southwest 133. I'm going to go ahead and throw the gear out, slow us down here. I want that descent rate, but I don't want the speed. Glide slope is alive. Welcome back. We have just grabbed a hold of the glide slope. I really want to push that, but I know better. It doesn't matter at this point. I wanted to grab a hold of that and just write it down. That's what ILS is for, right? $250. Gear limit is 270.
Southwest 133 altimeter 3015 at Albuquerque International Sunport cleared for the ILS approach to runway 08 at Albuquerque International Sunport with the CMSTR transition.
And now I'll go to level change just to make you happy. And I will go to, once we get below 230, I will drop to flaps 10. You're a good co-pilot. Oh no, suggestions are always welcome. I am by no means a professional. Come on. It's probably not a good idea to have speed brakes and gear out at the same time. Come on. Yeah. Well, at least we're above the glide slope. That's or below the glide slope. That's all I really care about. The rest will be done. All right, so let's go ahead and set that. Get these set. Landing lights are now coming on.
Terrain. Pull up.
Wait, what the hell?
Pull up. Terrain.
Yeah, you're gonna hold altitude.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
We'll make this a low landing.
Terrain.
I was worried about coming in. I've actually done this before and overshot it because of the...
Light slow.
Flaps 10.
Light slow.
Actually, flaps 5, I'm sorry.
Light slow.
First.
Light slow.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to capture it. Not like we have a lot of people down here to really worry about.
Southwest 133 altimeter 3015 at Albuquerque International Sunport contact tower on 123.77. Have a good morning.
Wait, what did she say? Tower on 123.77 Southwest 133. Southwest 133 descending to 6,300 feet.
Southwest 133 good morning. Radar contact. Continue ILS to runway 08 call when established on final.
Southwest 133 is established on final for runway 08.
Southwest 133 winds are light and variable cleared to land runway 08.
Yeah, this is not the way I wanted this to go. Come on, baby, get down there. Speed brakes up. And flap 30. 133.
Approaching 0.
Thanks. We're gonna be hot and fast on this one.
1,000.
I have the airplane.
Terrain. Light slow.
Yeah, I know.
Light slow. Minimum. Light slow. 100. Light slow. 40. 30. 20. 10.
We're gonna shoot it over just a little bit. Come on, baby. Ah! probably be a go-round in real life. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Southwest 133 exit runway when able.
Reversers out. And manually speed braking. That was by no means a good landing. I'm not kidding myself. It's also 2 in the morning here where I'm at and I can't sleep, so let's manually brake this bad boy and goes up, speed brakes up. Southwest 133 is clear of the runway.
Southwest 133 welcome to Albuquerque International Sunport, contact ground on 121.9er, enjoy your morning.
Ground on 121.9er, Southwest 133, good day. 121. Southwest 133 with you, requesting taxi to the gate. Oh, that wasn't good. And this is why we do not pilot in real life. Southwest 133, request taxi to the gate.
Southwest 133 taxi to gate 13 via taxiways Echo 9er, Echo, Echo 3, Alpha 3, hold short runway 08, and runway 08.
So
Southwest 133 clear to cross runway 08.
So here's the funny thing about this. They've got me taxiing back in the opposite direction. You know what? No, we're not doing that. That's just... No. No, no, no. We're already here. Let's see if they yell at me. Then we'll look at a replay of that botched landing. See how bad it really was. The terminal straight ahead. Oop, not that way. MD-11. Those are such cool looking planes. Yeah, that really wasn't the landing I wanted, but you know. I was down too low, too fast. Any landing you walk away from is a good one, I guess. And we're not on center line. Now, I'd really love for that. I can't wait for the rotate MD-11. That's going to be a cool looking plane. I mean, you look at those planes and they almost strike fear into your heart. It's like, man. I mean, they kind of make a 747 look friendly. Take it easy, Mang. Have a good night, or good morning, or good afternoon. Latest. I think we have enough space over here. Yep. Slow it down. As the passengers go nuts in the back. I thought we had... Never mind. That's fine. That's alright. Let's go look at the replay. I don't think I'm a big fan of this airport. Beautiful Albuquerque, downtown Albuquerque. See, that's where it was trying to grab the ILS and fell away. Well, the plane was just too high. Oh, it's not gonna do it. Fighting a little bit of wind there. I think we should be able to see it from here now. There we go. Ooh, a little bit long. Not too bad. Touch. Oh! Bounce. And I didn't hit the engine pylon, but we... Oh, man. That was... let's go look at that at a different angle. That's horrible. That's so bad. Oh, move it forward just a little bit. Super speed. Little bit of rudder. Floating. A little bit of bobbing. A touch. Not really a slam. I didn't feel like a slam while you were flying it, but it looks like one anyway. Ooh. It could have been worse, I guess. Let's take a look from the tower. Internal, external, tower. Let's see what kind of amateur it looked like to these guys. Oh, back. I started my flare too early. That's why. It's amazing what you can see when you look at this stuff. I was too early on the flare. I caused it to float. Had to overcompensate before running out of runway. Wonder why I felt the need to do that. And one more from the right along. Wait, you mean it's not a touch and go? Aw. I'm just glad I didn't grab the engine pylon with that one. How did that look from the cockpit again? I mean, it wasn't bad from in here. It didn't feel so rough. I felt it touch and bounce. It wasn't as heavy as it could have been. It didn't feel like a slam. But it doesn't really matter, it's still a poor landing. We'll do better next time. Alright, so anti-collision lights are off. And let's go ahead and flip off the IRSs. And you guys can come out and give us some power, right? And some air conditioning. I mean, it is 19 degrees outside. And off. Get off. Oh, that's right, I can do that. Alright. Shut them down. Shut them down. Off, off, off. Get there. And, airplane secured. Let's save. Flight. As a situation. Alright. Well, thank everybody for joining us, and hope you guys have good evenings and mornings and afternoons, and just good days in general. So, take it easy. Goodbye.